Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Broken Sword 5, the Serpent's Curse. And I may have finally found the actual curse, and it is this puzzle. So, pause it now if you want to try and solve this. You can see these three choices of words that you're supposed to somehow triple translate between the original language, the way it sounded out in the symbols, and then what it's translated to. And I can't imagine, even if you were having fun with this game, which frankly I can't imagine very many people would be having that much fun with this game at this point. But even if they were, I don't think this helps. I don't think throwing an incredibly difficult puzzle to translate the Tabula Veritas helps anything. It's just irritating me, and I'm not getting any hints. Sure, you could probably have George in here go, I think that might be it. This might mean this, or have Nico pop in after a couple of minutes and say maybe this is this, but none of that's happening. It's all put into this hint system. It all requires me to just say I'm stuck, help. It makes me feel like the idiot because they made their game wrong. And that's the only way I think anybody should take this. It is moon logic at its greatest. The only people that would have gotten these puzzles right on the first try were people that knew how the puzzles were designed in the first place. Most of the symbols are made up of several words. For example, the Sun King is made up of a circle for the sun and a V for the king. Ginnan translated all the words you need, but you'll need to apply some lateral thought. I don't want to apply lateral thought. And frankly, I don't want to waste my time on your dumb puzzle. Numbers are depicted by straight vertical lines on the small horizontal lines. Think about what each value each horizontal line may add to the number. Some of the symbols represent directions. Think where Young City's E is on the map relative to position after you're traveling from Sun City. I couldn't care less. And I kind of feel like if I click next end, it's just going to skip. Alright, so it's saying here that this symbol means one something. One. No, it actually probably does mean begin. Begin at Sun City. And then what? The problem here is I'd have to zoom out to go look at the map again. So there is something that's missing here. Even with the A, B, C, D, E, that doesn't help anything. Like, yeah, none of those hints help me in one bit. Not a bit.
If the translation is right, the symbol La-on represents the Sun King. If the rest of the translation is anything to go by, it sounds like he was quite the badass in his time.
Yeah, well, we should have seen some of that in the backstory instead of having the Sun King introduced just to be ignored. It's almost like they're hinting for a Broken Sword 6, which forget about that. So, east, west, north? Is that what this means? North or south? Yeah, I have no clue. Does any of this make any sense to anybody? Like, it's ridiculous. The message should say, begin Sun City, travel 5-day East River travel. Alright, fine. So, begin Sun City, travel. How do we get to travel here? How is this travel? There's no word in any of these translations that say travel. Oh, here is people travel look. So I'm supposed to figure out the middle here. The top part was people, this is travel, and this is look. And then east. Wasn't that what it said? This. East. And then 5. Because it's 1 plus 1 plus an Ouroboros, which makes 3. Begin Sun City. Travel 5-day East River. Travel south 6-day. So travel. This is supposed to be 5. And where do we get this? This is 4. Is there a 5 even mentioned here? No. We're just supposed to somehow know that 4 victories gets turned into 5 somehow. And then this is day. Begin Sun City, travel 5-day, and then this is east.
That was the first row of symbols cracked. It was all starting to make sense.
Well, so you have to get the entire first row right. So begin at Sun City, travel 5-day east of the river, and then the second part, there's no way, like, travel south 6-day desert. Literally no way that let me know in the comments if anybody did this puzzle without using hints, and I mean all the hints, because this doesn't make, this is ridiculous. Maybe it's because I'm just frustrated with this game. I would be willing to entertain that, but I don't think so. Frankly, I don't think anybody wouldn't be frustrated with this puzzle. Where's source? And see, I still don't even have it. Travel south 6-day desert source 4 river. So this is 4. There might as well just be a skip at this point. Might as well have just been a skip button.
So, these are directions. Begin at Sun City, travel 5 days east to a river, travel south 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers. Hey, Nico, I've cracked it.
Is that where the real Tabula Veritas is?
The Tabula Veritatis. It's a set of directions.
Or there's something else there.
The inscription says to start here at Sun City. Ganon hid the location in his map. It then says to travel 5 days east to a river, then turn south and travel 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers.
And what is that?
I'm not sure, but it must be important, right?
Right. Important enough for the Gnostics to try and keep it a secret for thousands of years. And guess what? I think I may have found a way out.
Of course, rivers move
While you were busy playing Ancient Scholar, I found this.
over years, decades.
What did it do?
I'm not sure.
It didn't open the door.
Perhaps we're missing something.
Must be. If Ganon died looking for a way out, there has to be more to it than just a hidden button.
Then let's keep looking.
This is ridiculous. We just did a puzzle that drove me crazy. And now we're going to do another puzzle to drive me even crazier.
I gave the statue another shot.
Let's try the secret button now with the statue of Mary Magdalene looking away.
In the lost language of medieval mechanisms, that noise was the sound of disappointment, unfulfilled dreams, and sadness. Nothing had happened.
So I'll turn her again and just click the button each time. I imagine at most one more turn.
Nothing had happened.
But see, if this is a combination using what was on the Tabula Veritas, then we've got some problems. Because that's going to be very difficult.
That sounded like something important happened.
There we go. And if we hit it again, what happens?
Nothing had happened. Nothing had happened.
So
I guess that finding the tabula was the easy part. Figuring out its purpose was a different proposition. A row of symbols were etched onto the top bar of the tabula. These symbols looked just like the ones on the photograph of the clay tablet. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before.
this is some kind of combination lock where you're going to have to push it every single time when it's in the right position, I think.
Nothing had happened. Nothing had happened.
And the weird thing here is
nothing had happened. Nothing had happened.
The way this is going to work kind of limits how you're going to play here, because you can't rotate
I gave
this
the statue another shot.
counterclockwise.
Nothing had happened.
So I'm going to have it face us, click it, then click it twice to face away from us, and then see if that works. Feels like this should be more of a puzzle with
Nothing
hints
had happened.
and an indication of what the goal is. But isn't that the problem with this game consistently? We're getting bad instructions or zero instructions. This game is a terrible educator. It's like the first day.
Nothing had happened.
Yes, but there was no click that time. Like, imagine the first day of class in school and they give you the final. And the teacher goes, "Oh, I'm just not going to teach you anything anyway, so just answer it now. Just figure it out. You have all the time you need." Let's see if this works or if it clinks.
Nothing had happened.
No. So it must be this pillar that it needs to face. Which kind of makes sense, because if you looked at the Law of Malediction, she is facing that direction, isn't she? Interesting, the music started playing when I looked at Law of Malediction, and then it faded out back to the default music. I do have to kind of applaud the game. They finally fixed that, and we do have some subtle point-and-click adventure music playing in the background. That wasn't happening during episode 1. But that's kind of the only thing I can applaud for them. Everything else has been done very cheaply, very badly. Maybe not cheaply. I mean, the animation was probably pretty top dollar. But the puzzle design.
Nothing had happened.
The puzzle design is not good.
Nothing had happened.
Except for you don't get to clunk. Maybe I didn't try doing it like this.
Nothing had happened.
So back to the hints. We've got to go back to the hints. Like, I have no idea. I feel like I've tried every single one, and it still doesn't work. So, hint. The light from the medallion is illuminating the areas on the wall, but what does it all mean? The medallion can illuminate different elements on the wall. Maybe the statue of Mary Magdalene should be turned to face in the direction of the corresponding in the same way. Okay, this did occur to me, but I was rejecting it because it didn't seem to make the most sense. Alright, fine.
Nothing had happened.
We click that, we'll come over here, we'll put the red beam on Lucifer, and then we'll turn Mary Magdalene and see if that's good enough. Wouldn't be the first time that we've had a puzzle that seemed to be activated by light.
I knew it was supposed to be the Tree of Knowledge.
So this should work now. Will we get a clunk?
That sounded like something important happened.
This game definitely feels like there should be a blue and green medallion. And that would have made the game a lot longer to get those different medallions. And given you some more middle gameplay. Not that that is really welcome right now, because what they have been able to create hasn't been that entertaining, so them making more, on the face of it, doesn't feel good either. Feel like a good idea. But if Revolution Software wasn't making this game, if a better company was making this game, then you would want the story to be longer.
Is that the door?
Thank God. I was getting worried we'd be trapped here, just the two of us forever.
And that's a bad thing?
There could have been worse ways of being trapped forever.
It is the door. Come on, George.
So I have to come grab this, right?
Nico and I had the tabula veritatis at last. Now all we needed to do was to find Eva and rescue Marquez. And make our getaway.
And the game crashed again. Stupid game. Like, even when you try to have a point where you succeed, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't feel satisfactory because then the game crashes. And it crashes right when it's about to load the cutscene, which means it crashes right when you've just accomplished something and before the game has had an opportunity to save. So it makes you go back and do things a second time.
Is that?
We'll skip through all this dialogue.
There could have been.
It is. Come on.
See, thinking about this game and how it would be played on a cell phone, I don't think you get any advantage of having that extra time if you're going to have the players just bang their head against incredibly difficult puzzles.
Don't die on me now, old man.
George, it's Landon.
Stay back.
For the last time, where is the tabula?
Just give it to him. Who cares?
You'll never find it.
It's here in this chapel, isn't it?
Just tell him, Papa.
I will tell you nothing.
Look at your daughter, senor. My man would be happy to hurt her.
I cannot let you raise Lucifer. You will bring chaos to the world.
George, we have to do something.
Well, we could move the
Ex
candle.
igne puritas. Through fire, purity.
Well, we do have the gun, so we could try it on him.
With luck, Langham wouldn't notice that the gun was useless. Hold it there, Langham.
Well, if it isn't my least favorite
You
American.
gave him a chance to turn around
Where
and
is
point
the
the gun
tabula?
at you.
Even if I did have it, why would I give it to you?
Because you don't have a choice.
For God's sake, shoot him, George.
Yes, go on. Shoot me, why don't you?
Don't push me.
That gun would never fire. Give me the gun before you hurt yourself.
I didn't rate my chances with just a rusty old
Pull
pistol.
the trigger. See what happens.
Now, do you have the tabula?
Well, that didn't work. Truth or lies? Let's go with lies.
I don't have it. We couldn't find it.
You're lying. I promise you I will kill the old man. I ask again, do you have the tabula?
Well, let's go with truth then, I guess.
If I give you the tabula, then you promise you'll let us all go free?
I give you my word.
You still won't
No,
be able to
George,
use it.
No.
So, the tabula veritatis. Actually, I will need to take the girl with me. The old man would just slow us down.
No, I'm staying here. My father needs medical help. If he doesn't get it, he will die.
Oh, really?
No!
Problem solved.
Langholm, you'll rot in hell for what you've done.
So I guess that means Eva
Hell,
wasn't
quite the
working with
opposite,
him.
Believe me. The world will be a better place, George, once Jehovah has been destroyed.
What?
Lucifer will set us free.
You can't destroy Jehovah.
So Jehovah's somewhere on
can.
Earth?
And I will.
And
Bring the girl.
But you
we're-
agreed to let us all go free.
She may be of use yet. One of my men will be outside. If they try to follow me, shoot them.
It would be my pleasure, boss.
is this Shears? Or somebody else?
You must get the tabula back.
We don't even know where he's going.
All we know is that it's somewhere in the Middle East.
Nothing else?
There was a note, something about our destiny lies in paradise.
And we found a map. It shows
So
the
they're going
source
to
of 4
Eden?
rivers, but that's all we have.
Can it be?
You know what that means?
In Genesis, there is a river. It flows from paradise and divides into 4.
Where is this place? This paradise?
Eden is going to Eden.
You won't get through.
But that's just a Bible story, a myth.
No, it's a real place.
If it's a real place, it's a real place
Jehovah
guarded by an
created
angel with a
life,
fiery sword.
where Lucifer gave Eve knowledge, where the gods are held in balance.
And now Langham has the tabula to lead him right to it.
Only you can stop him. You must defeat him.
Like, how would he
What, how?
translate it?
Eva, she will know.
He'd gone, but I knew he was right. We had to stop Langham and rescue Eva.
So let me propose something here. Why have this character just to kill him? Why not have instead Eva be the person that came to us looking for La Malediction at the beginning, and then we could have spent more time with her, become more attached to her, and then just been upset that she was dragged off with the enemies. Yeah, it seems kind of like hack writing a little bit. I shouldn't be so critical on the writing, but frankly, yeah, they wrote this guy as an old guy so they could shoot him, so it wouldn't matter that much, it seems. And I guess we're going out the balcony.
There was a door at the bottom of the steps, but I would never have managed to reach it.
So I can't just use the drain pipe? We couldn't walk out here before. And let's see, ideally I think I would go to the roof. Like if you go down, you probably couldn't swing around to that door. And I'm looking. Item. Yarn. Drain pipe down. I guess we have to go down. It looks like it would be maybe a dangerous...
It was a door to an unknown area of the chapel. I didn't think there was a way down to that door from inside the chapel. Hey, over there!
Just try it, sunshine.
Yikes. That wasn't going to get me anywhere.
Well, color me confused. Like, I personally just climb to the top, get on the roof, get here, hop onto the roof, hop up, jump down on this guy, and wrestle him.
I didn't want to attract attention to myself without a plan.
Like, this doesn't make the most of sense.
That was never going to work.
Maybe I get... Maybe I get her to knock on the door and distract the guy.
Marquez was dead.
Maybe I just walk out here and get shot myself.
Listen, this is a big mistake. You have to let us out of here.
You stick your head out of that door and I will put a bullet in it.
And it just doesn't seem like there's a way down. Unless I was just going to take the hammer to the ground and try to create a way downward. So, after having, frankly, two very frustrating puzzles,
The carving
we're
depicted a
again
figure
given
kneeling to the Madonna.
another significant number of puzzles that
I had really done some damage to the altar.
we've done another puzzle here that I'm not happy about.
The entrance to the cave. Gina never made it back through there.
How much have we got left is the question. How much more are we going to have to suffer through is how I'm going to phrase it, frankly. Like, this seems like this is the answer. If I can't even get the arrow to get to the balcony. Let's look at our achievements. 23 of 35. I imagine that just means we're rather close to the end. We'll get maybe as few as 2 more, maybe as many as 12 more, I guess, but probably not. Maybe something closer to 6 more. And we are now at what percentage complete? So we're going to get to Eden, and maybe things at Eden will be different. There's only 16% left of this game, which if we could get 6% done, that means there possibly is only an hour and a half left of gameplay here, and that would be amazing, and I would love that, because I am so done with this. It looks way better, Broken Sword 5, than it plays. And it could easily have tricked a lot of people into playing it off of nostalgia. But it's just not the same type of game, and it doesn't work well. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.